So I wanted to talk about what happened with Unity and the future of Unreal Engine. We all know what happened with Unity, but in case you don't know already, here's a recap. So Unity introduced a change to the licenses and the terms of service. Basically, instead of having the old tiers slash licenses, the free, plus, pro, and enterprise, they got rid of Unity Plus and merged it with Unity Free. However, now you need to pay for Unity Pro for the privilege of removing the splash screen, something that was included with Unity Plus. There were other changes that people didn't like, to say the least, changes like paying up to 20 cents per install, in addition of paying the licenses which are per seat. Also, this will be applied retroactively, meaning that any other game ever done with Unity will have to pay the install fee. On top of this, there were a lot of things that were not clear on how they would work, like how Unity would count installs, would reinstalls count, what about pirated copies of the game? Now, developers would have to pay for every install of the game, including reinstalls, and in some cases, this would cause a developer to go bankrupt. No one knew what the plan was for not counting pirated copies of the game or how to avoid install bombing. There were a lot of unknowns with this new license model. After a lot of backslash, they changed the new license model. The install fee is not going to be applied for the free license. Now you can remove the splash screen, and the revenue cap has been raised to $200,000. The install fee is only for those who have Unity Pro license and more than $1 million in revenue. Also, you can now choose between paying the fee as a 2.5% royalty revenue or paying the normal fee per install. The installs are now self-reported instead of having some magic algorithm. However, this caused a lot of damage in Unity's reputation, mostly because they tried to apply this retroactively. Even with the new changes, that reputation is never coming back no matter what they do. And a lot of developers started to move away from Unity into other engines like Godot and especially Unreal Engine. But can the same thing happen again with another engine? Well, first, with Godot, it cannot happen with Godot. It is an open source project, not a company. But what about Unreal Engine? And yes, it can happen to Unreal Engine. After all, Epic Games, the owner of Unreal Engine, they are a company. So, can we trust Epic Games not to do the same thing that Unity did? Well, first, you should not trust any company. And second, yes, the same thing that happened with Unity can happen with Unreal Engine. Now, Epic Games have made some changes to the licenses of Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine 4 was a subscription-based model. They changed that to the free license with 5% royalty revenue, which is a positive change. And recently they have changed the license from the film industry, architectural visualization, and other areas outside of game development. Now they have to pay a per seat license, but these changes are nowhere near what Unity did. And also recently this happened. Epic Games is moving towards being a platform, something related to the metaverse and Fortnite. This may be a warning sign, or perhaps it is not that bad. I hope. Who knows what Epic Games would do with Unreal Engine in the future? We never thought that Unity would ever do something like this, and then it just happened. But not without its warnings, like the acquisition of various other businesses like Weta Digital, Speed3, their merge with Iron Source, the cancelling of their internal game Gigaya, and Epic Games, they seem to be following the same path. They even have a cancelled game, Real Tournament. After all, Epic Games like Unity are just companies. Yes, Unity is a public traded company. They have to listen to the shareholders, and Epic Game is a private company, but they also have shareholders. Tencent bought like 40% of Epic Games. So the same thing can happen with Unreal Engine. Now that all the trust with Unity is gone, how does this affect us as developers? Well, with Unity, the new changes don't affect indie developers and small studios. The free license is exempt from the install fee, but we cannot trust Unity anymore. Maybe they are going to try something similar in the future, maybe they are going to try something worse. So what can we do? We can learn new engines. There are a lot of options out there: Godot, Open 3D Engine, Unreal Engine, Flax Engine, Stride Engine, and many more. Honestly, I think the future of indie and small developers resides with the open source community. Godot, Blender, OpenTD Engine, and so on. They are free and most of them have really good features suitable for most games. Anyway, I hope that nothing happens with Unreal Engine. Also, learn a new engine and perhaps learn another programming language. It can be really useful, and the more options you have, the better. Thanks for watching.